This morning's live, and yes, this is a little bit unusual because I am not doing a morning update. I decided to do this in a live fashion because of the increased volatility in the market. We have a lot of stuff to look at this morning. For anybody who's been paying attention over the last several weeks, you have woken up to a literal gold mine. Over the past several days, I have tried to convince my audience that we had an imminent breakout coming, that it was a fake out to the downside, and that we needed to be on board now. We needed to be ready now for this push up. We had major liquidity gaps on Bitcoin going over 80,000. I believe when we targeted it, once you got over 77,300 or 600, there was like 5 to 600 billion initially, but as you worked your way up over 80,000, there was $3 to $4 billion in liquidations. We pretty much cleared it all out. There will be more liquidations now above, because there's going to be a heavy lot of short traders coming in. So now it is up to us to do our proper due diligence here and see exactly how far these rallies are going to go and exactly how much money this is going to make us, because it has been a spectacular week for me personally and for anybody who's following in the footsteps. Over the week itself, I was up over $800. I took $1,700 out of my crypto exchange, as I do all the time. And what ended up happening, it was at about $3,680 yesterday after I took it out. I woke up this morning, it's back up to $4,300. So that was a $1,400 week so far in crypto. And we barely moved. Nothing's really happened for the long game here. For the long end of this for crypto, nothing's happened. Our copy trade that was open is closed now. It was down, remember, better than 20%. It had about a 50-something% turnaround. So I'm very happy about that. And now I had a target from one area to the next on the copy trade. And now I'm in my spot positioning right now, watching this play out, and I'm looking for the next opportunity. I'm very happy with the community that we stayed on the track that we did the entire week. We didn't let the market dictate our response. We actually paid attention. We understood before this ever happened that Bitcoin, and I'll get to the comments in a sec, but we understood before this happened that we were in a megaphone pattern. We're on a big cup and handle for Bitcoin. And I told everybody, don't pay attention to the mild movements. Even if we come down to 64,500, as long as we don't come too far and it's just a liquidity event. And fortunately, we didn't have to worry about that here. Once it came down, the lowest we came was 66,496, and I was adamant. We are in a very bullish consolidation. Take advantage now. I even got very wordy in my updates lately because I wanted everybody to see. I wanted everybody. XRP sets up bullish attempt. We knew that we were going to take that out. XRP chance for a breakout increase as V-shaped recovery prints on XRP chart. H-bar bull flag looks to break out imminently. XRP. Let's see. There's just so much stuff we talked about. XRP, and this was the one from a day ago. XRP, XLM, IOTA, IOTX, ZIL holders. We're about to break out. How high will XRP go? And then yesterday we talked about the liquidity zone at 78.3 cents. XRP broke out of a bullish consolidation. And I kept saying, how high can we go? And it's amazing because in the comments, a lot of people were talking about how XRP is a pile of crap, how everything's moving except for XRP. And I'm looking at it saying, I just don't understand this logic. There's been so many comments, and I sit here, and I like to do this from a standpoint of positivity over negativity. There's no doubt about that. I like to do things from a standpoint of we're not the victim, we're the winner. And being a winner, you have to have all the news from an education and charting perspective to make the proper informed decision so you can make the right decision. You can't play the victim in this market. We are not the victim here. We never have been, and we never will be. You start playing the victim, you miss out on opportunities. Like right now, how many people do you think didn't buy this before overnight, and now they're waking up trying to pour in? How many people do you think they're going to come now get some liquidity after a milestone move up for crypto? Because we've reversed now a very bearish trend. How many people do you think now woke up this morning and said, you know, maybe I should have listened, but I'm going to buy right now? And what do I always say when you buy after the pump has already started? Where do you buy then? Where do you buy? Like XRP was up over 10%. It's come back about 1.6. Like, where would you buy now That's what we're going to distinguish, and that's what we're going to go over this morning. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this live. I need you to hit the like button this morning as if your life depends on it, because we need as many people as possible to be in here to discuss the truth. I have stayed out in front of this for you forever. I stayed in front of the bearish cycle. I stayed in front of the bullish cycle. I am trying to be as honest and upfront as I can. I even came on last night on Saturday. On a Saturday. And I said, where was this at? I didn't even expect to come on. And it was during all the football. And I said, you know what? I got to come on. We're about to break out. And I put XRP breaks out of bullish consolidation. And then I said, how high can it go? And Bitcoin target 78.3K plus. And if you watch, we were talking about over 80K liquidation zones. There was so much liquidation. So now the question is going to be, do we continue on? Do we continue on? And I suspect at some point we're going to have some kind of consolidation to correct. And then we could be very much on our merry way. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin heat signature map so we can see all the liquidation now that's formed underneath us. The liquidation zones below are getting much, much bigger. We've taken out a big liquidation zone up here. And this is what I kept saying the last couple days over the weekend. I would be stunned if Bitcoin allowed the short traders to get out of this, if it's eventually going to make another correction move. I was going to be stunned. And now we don't have to worry about that because they have efficiently liquidated 100% of those leverage traders going short. It's unbelievable. So let me say hi to everybody. Messi, welcome in. Vadimus, good morning, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 6+ months with the XRP Predictor, along with UK Phil. George, good morning to you, my friend, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 3 months with the XRP Meteor, along with Siri. And yes, the XLM trade went fantastic. They all have. Every single thing we talk about, and a lot of people told me, Tom, you're crazy. Crypto doesn't pump on the weekend. I don't care if it's a weekend or a weekday. I look at the charts. And I was convinced, I told Julie on Thursday, that drop down or Friday, I thought that was a market-wide setup to just get everybody to sell if they weren't coming in or to make them fear. I've told everybody when you're extreme greed, it's good for the final movement because you need extreme greed to push it up over the top. But now, where we come from here, it's my opinion today is a lot different than what it's been the last 4 or 5 days saying this rally hasn't happened yet. I'm not saying it's finished. I've seen evidence in this market where some things like ADA have gone up more than 50% in the last couple days. XRP, everybody wants to bash it. Everybody wants to say it's a pile of horse garbage. But the bottom line is it moves more like a stable coin. So everybody who's arguing and complaining, what is wrong with it? Look how easy this was to diagnose. I diagnosed this out days ahead of time once it started this on Wednesday. It was so easy to diagnose. I diagnosed the first move as well on this little flag. Then we came up and I said, all right, here's the consolidation zone. We bought back in at 54.9. You go up and down, up. I was down like 20-something% on that leverage trade. And then it reversed better than 55-60% from the bottom. And now everybody who's following me on leverage trading, even if you were down in the past, every single person who's actually been willing to follow from the beginning, you're up. You're up. And now I want to see if this is a bull flag now, because this very well for XRP could play out as a bull flag. So let me keep saying hello to anybody. If you're interested, I would encourage you to send a YouTube super chat today if you've been holding on to it. I would encourage you to join Tom's Army today. Show that pay it forward mentality. I would love to see a few people pay it forward, but I never expect it. So we'll see how this show goes. At least start out by hitting that like button. That would be a great start. Would be a great start for my audience. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed and you want to stay ahead of the information for free, I don't charge for any of it. The pay it forward mentality is so that you can support my work. That's it. Jorge, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your 2nd month with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News and a very trusted mod. Trading with J-Ride, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 3 years with the XRP Diamond Hands badge. Yes, hit that like button indeed. Wow. Maybe this is finally the reverse into bullish momentum. Love you, Tom. Modern day Robin Hood. I appreciate that, my friend. I'm always trying. I always want us poor fellas, ladies and gentlemen, because we make up pretty much the poor. I would love to see us start transferring some of this wealth back into our hands. I really would. And I think crypto is going to be one of the biggest missed opportunities in American history going into the digital era, outside of the tech when we had the tech boom. With like the internet and IBM and Apple and all of that, NVIDIA. Randad, good morning, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Badge. And we're going to take a look at XRP Healthcare as well today, because I have a strange feeling something big is about to happen there now. And I've got over 60,000 tokens there. Jack A, welcome. Lovelace, good morning to you, my friend. Syrian, thank you not only, like I said, for being in Tom's Army for over 3 months and a very trusted mod with the XP Meteor, but sending a $4.99 donation. So I will not go without a donation today. It's awesome. Tom, your best guess is XRP is 50 cents for XRP gone, or will it go back? We'll take a look at the charts today, and we'll dig into this much deeper. We'll dig into this much deeper together. That's why I decided to do a live instead of an update. Marcus, good morning. Hi, Tom. Glad to be back to your channel. I'm glad to have you back. I really, really am. Donald Troop, welcome in. And yes, praise God. And don't forget to give thanks to Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I love it. Shirley says hit the fucking like button. Yes, indeed. And it tried to block out it, but we are not. I made it visible. So yes, please hit that like button. XR Perfection. We will look at XRP deeper here. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with XRP 589 Moon Badge. The Great Fallen, good morning. Awesome to see you in here as well. Bob Bertner. Mark Caston, thank you both for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XRP Predictor. It's unbelievable to see this support here this morning. I love seeing the members of Tom's Army so much. It makes me so happy. Bill Freer, welcome in. Good morning to you and Mr. Hayes. Ryan Hayes, beautiful day indeed. Pips Profits, $40 is all I need to never work again. XRP pump. I'm not sure what that means, but I mean, if you don't want extra money, that's on you. Michael Butler, thank you for tuning in. See, and the problem is a lot of people just want too much money. They just want too much at once, and I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but it's a process. Ted D, what's up with X Empire? I don't know. I don't know. H-bar pumped, where do you think it'll stop? The initial target for H-bar, if it plays true, ladies and gentlemen, it's already hit. My technical target for H-bar, oh no, it hasn't hit yet, hold on. Wait a minute. Did it come all the way up there? It did. I had a technical 16% run up, and it hit it. Remember I said imminent breakout 16%? I nailed it. It's already hit it. But it can go higher. It can go higher, but when I did that update, the emergency video, I said H-bar, bull flag looks to break out, imminently expected move 16+%. We're up better than 18. I told you guys, you just have to watch this from a standpoint of understanding. Don't let the news dictate your response. Look at this. How beautiful is this morning? How beautiful is this morning? And I don't ever do a live this early, but I came on and I said, I'm not just going to do an update. We're going to embrace this. We are going to embrace these moments together. Holy smokes, that's a big donation. Ryan Hayes, wow. Thank you so much for the pay it forward mentality and a $49.99 donation to start this month. Wow. Between you and Syrian, now those are two beautiful donations this morning. Thank you so much. Tanya, welcome in, love, and thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Badge. Here, but I am cleaning, so you're my clean. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. It's always good to do some cleaning. Brad, welcome in. What's going on, my brother? Hopefully you're having a swell morning this morning and you're blessed to start. I think we all have been pretty blessed here this morning. You think it's going to hold or cool off? We will go over all of this because Bitcoin, and it's always hard to tell if this is a flag right now. We consolidate a little bit within the bull flag, but right now we're setting up additional bull flags across the market if it holds. So I'm not necessarily thinking that this is just the end. Let me get through these comments. I'm very diligent. I'll timestamp this, and I promise you, if you show me the due diligence today, we are not even close to being done this morning. We're not even close to being done. And we've got some things we need to talk about. Major breakouts at XRP finally are occurring. Holy smokes, they're finally occurring. Julian says, I believe it's going to cool off to 59 cents. Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess, and I'll tell you why. How often do we break out? So I'm telling you, just because the copy trade is closed right now and just because my leverage trade is closed doesn't mean I'm not going to open one in the near future. It just means now I need to see if it's going to come back down and retest the breakout. We'll get into all of this. We'll get into all of this because my worst fear is that so many people are going to miss out. So many people are going to miss out and are missing out. And we're not a very rich society right now. Between taxes and everything that's happening worldwide, a lot of people are broke. If you could have just went to bed last night or 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and all of a sudden you're up 20% across the board on your income, on whatever you invested, you can't tell me that's a bad thing. H-bar just 2 days ago, if you would have listened, or 3 days, or whatever it was, it's up over 18%. I put imminent plus 16% plus move. I didn't say it might, maybe. I didn't say it's a potential. If I don't say that in the intro, it's going to happen, or at least I believe it's going to. For days, I got ridiculed for having that leverage trade on XRP. It's the hardest asset to trade, and I understand that more than anybody. It's down 25% or whatever when it looked like it should have broke out, and I said, I'm riding this until it gets to the area that I want to sell, and then my spot position takes over for the rest of the ride until it's ready for another ride. And I'm just happy that it had like 50% turnaround. It was like a 54% turnaround from the bottom. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about a lot of things, to be honest. Ilo Yovan says it's about time. It's going as it needs to. Get on track and ripping people. Yes, it is, Marcus. Rick says, let's hit that likes, guys, and please subscribe. Thank you so much for saying that, Rick, and being a very, very trusted mod. Cardano did a nice 50% move over the past several days. Absolutely. Marcus, yes, Mark, patience indeed. Marcus says, you're a good man, Tom. All the best, mate. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Subscribe to the best TI on YouTube, Jorge says. Yes, indeed. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Lurkers, yes, please smash that like button. Marcus says, Swallow allows you to stake Ethereum and still use it on DeFi without it locked up. Wow, that's some good information. Juan, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months. With the XRP Predictor says, sup, Tom, nice to see this move right. Oh, it absolutely is. Absolutely is. All right, now I'm back on track with the comments. So, good morning. 9:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, November 10th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So we have, holy crap, 150 people in here this morning. No wonder it was so hard to get through the comments this morning. Julian says, you're one of the most accurate analysts on YouTube. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I do certainly try my best. I try not to let the negativity or the, just the overall stigma get in my way. I just pay attention to the charts. I don't really watch anybody else on YouTube besides like Peter Schiff, Mike Maloney, Jordan Peterson. There's a few of them that I like. I like watching the Crypto Guru because he deals with like a $750,000 account, so you can see the high stakes game, and he's very transparent. Although he did sell out of his Bitcoin trade, what was it 2 days ago? And I said, "Oh, Guru, what are you doing? I know it looks like a bear. It's a bear trap." And he was up like $4,000 in his trade. He would have been up about $40,000 right now, but he's also a spot holder as well. So the leverage trades aren't all of it for him. Most of it's through spot buying and such. Just like me, the leverage trade was just a small part of what I did. But I am a spot holder of XRP from much lower than it is now. We're getting close to a 1x now in XRP. Man, I just look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody keeps asking me how high we can go. I'm going to show you 2 things on XRP that'll make you pretty happy. And I'm going to get rid of these short-term consolidations now because we don't need them. We don't need these short-term. So now I can make it a little bit easier to read here. And I promise you, once I open this up, it's going to be very transparent. But look at what we got on top of here. If we get on top of here, and I suspect at some point today, because it doesn't usually just break out without backtesting. Now, what it looks like is a flag here. So what I would suspect here is from 61, we might just come up. Where's this next resistance on my other chart? We might just come up over the top. And we might just take this out in one fair swoop at 66.53. That's the honest to God truth here. We came up over the cup and handle, and now we're going back into the rising channel. Now, remember a while ago we talked about this scenario? I don't know if anybody was in here when we did talk about this, but once it did finally consolidate out, we've talked about the scenario. It comes up here to 66, takes out that resistance, or at least comes up there, comes back down and back tests the cup and handle support finally, switches out, and then bounces and creates that beautiful V-shaped recovery, the inverse pattern completion. But that's something that I'm watching for this morning. Or I'm just waiting either way, whether it comes up here to hit this first or it back tests this at 56.89. It could. But remember, this is a grand scale cup and handle here. So yes, I'm not selling my XRP spot position. There is zero chance that this is what I'm looking for out of XRP. We're not even close to where we're going. But in the short term, we've broken up over that very bullish cup and handle. Finally. Finally. And this was a falling channel. For all intents and purposes, just not to confuse the audience, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take this off. And that resistance we can see over the top, and it's not 66. In real time, it's about... Remember, that's the rising channel that we broke down out of, and we've created this massive W reversal, inverse head and shoulders. We created on a... And I've said this for months and months and months. The most bullish pattern in technical analysis is a cup and handle. If you break down out of it, you are in big trouble. But they are technical bullish setups. Yes, we had a rising channel that we had to make our peace with and pay the piper, as we say. Well, just look, we went from way up to way down, and we had a better than 35% sell-off, which was quickly eaten up, mind you. It's actually bigger than that. It's actually bigger than that. Because we started way up here, but from where the rising channel broke, I mean, you're talking about a better than 32% drop. And that was enough for me to be happy. I said, oh my God. When that happened, oh my God. And that's why I've been coming on. Buy. Buy like a broken record. Buy. Julie knows. Buy. And I've been like, look, Julie, I don't think it's going to break down. And I was very excited. But now we go from excitement to chaos. Because now we're going to get a bunch of people that buy in, and there's going to be liquidation events that happen. That doesn't mean we give anything back as far as like the totality of this. But what it means is someone's going to buy when it's starting to rally this 10, 15, 20%. We're going to get a 7% cutback real quick. It's how the market works. Right now it's been up for XRP, and just be transparent with everybody. If you say XRP sucks or if you think it's never moves, be transparent. Just from the bottom of our formation... Right here in July, it's August, September, October, 3 months. You've literally had to, no, 4 months. If you would have bought it down there, and I bought down here again, and we made a bunch of money buying the XRP Bitcoin pairing, selling it for over 35%, and I put $5,000 into it. That was one of my best moves of the year just in a short time frame. It literally took like a week. And now you look at it, and for everybody who says XRP never moves, what if I told you if you bought XRP at 38, 39 cents in July, by November, you'd be up 62.5%. So if you just let's say you bought $3,000 worth at $38, or 38 cents, I mean, it goes up 62%. Do you know how much that is? You just made $1,800 in less than 4 months. But everybody tells me it doesn't move. This move is nowhere near being done. If you think we're done yet, unless crypto has a whole wide grand scale pullback, XRP did its own correction underneath everybody's nose, and we've talked about it for months. Months. Look at this. And I love it when it does this, because when I have to speculate and the market hasn't moved, I sound like a tool. I understand. When XRP's up and down, but we literally came up, formed a big descending consolidation. These are bullish consolidations, and we kicked it all the way back. These are so important to have these exhaustion parts. It's not even exhaustion, but to come down and exhaust the bullish momentum. And then it had the quick V-shaped recovery into a consolidation, back up, creates a big W reversal right under our noses, like I said. And it's just too good to be true sometimes. Sometimes I look at it and it's too good to be true to understand technical analysis. Because you cannot be fooled. The entire time this weekend, everybody was nervous. I said, don't worry, we're ready. Huh? Oh, you have to follow me through BITUNIX, and the copy trade, you have to go to BITUNIX, and in the video description below and our pinned comments, or on my homepage, there's a link to BITUNIX. Click on that, sign up, put money into your leverage account. Well, first, after you sign up, go to, what is it, not showing me the comments again? No, it's not, because if you're seeing comments, I can't see them. That's a shame. Yeah, it's not showing me the comments on my screen. But yeah, you go on to BITUNIX, and then you go under the copy trading and type in XRP Future Millionaire. The copy trade I was in is closed right now, so I'm not in anything right now. So just understand that I'm not one who jumps to get into leverage. I just try to get into a move before, and then once it hits my expectations, I'm not looking for everything. I have my spot positioning for everything. But for leverage, I try to buy universal movements. So it was about a 30% move from the totality of what we were able to acquire. Now, it did go down 20% on us, so it reversed better than 55%, but we were only able to eat about 30. Anyhow.
Someone said your chart's more accurate than the weather.
Oh, they said, who said that?
Julian?
All right, let me reset this. You get the charts more accurate than the weatherman. Facts. Well, that is a good compliment, but oftentimes the weatherman, for some reason, don't know what they're doing. But listen, guys and gals, I'm going to be honest with all of you. Yesterday, wow, Adam, thank you so much for the $10 donation through Cash App. I was like, what is that on Cash App? Wow, thank you, Adam, that you caught me off guard there. But yesterday, I was in here. I did a live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I said, there's 83 people in here. I wish there was a couple hundred people in here. And after it breaks up 10% market wide, or XRP's up 10%, we're going to have over 200 people, 300 people. It all depends, but everybody wants to come in after the move. Today I see we had 200, 195 because it's exciting right now. But for some of you watching me, you are not in any of this move. And we're in the entirety of it. And then some. So remember, you want to be part of the trade before it ever happens. Because now you're in no man's land. If you buy right now, and yeah, it could be very profitable from here. But at some point, you have to expect whether it comes up here another 7 and then consolidates. We're going to retest this pattern breakout on this cup and handle. Make no bones about it. We will retest this breakout. And now it's up to me to see if I got it right. So now I'm going to go back in the handle and make sure that it's 100% lined up. So that we can see where the appropriate back test is if and when it happens. So that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Let me go back to this third one just to make sure. Actually, it doesn't look good. It looked good from the onset, but it didn't look good. Because we got to be 100% on with this. You can't be off when it comes to this part of it. And it's very hard for me to do this because I've got so much stuff on this chart and I can't see out of my left eye, so that always helps. Imagine the chart guru that you guys are watching can't even see out of his left eye. So what does that say about everybody with both eyes not paying attention? And I'm not the guru. I just think I'm not a wizard, but some of you think I am. But I am not a wizard. I just pay attention to the technical analysis. I really, really do. So, if we're looking up over the top, you got 65 cents, 65, 62. That now that we're out of the cup and handle, we're going to have to retest that rising channel. Preferably, I would like it to come to 70 and then back test 65. Just hear me out. I would love for it to go up to 73 or 70 or 68 and then come back. And this is the option. We're either going to come back down and retest the cup and handle breakout initially, or we're just going to skip right past that and never give anybody this opportunity again at 55. And it's just going to break up over 65 to 67, 68, and then we'll back test the rising channel. That is what I want to happen. And look at this. I'm looking for an opportunity now. And if this happens, you'll be back in leverage with me. If it does this, and then for whatever reason it cuts off and does this, to back test, I'm buying it, the back test. So, and then you'll have to take the risk all over again. Might have made 34, whatever it was yesterday. You'll have to retake the risk because if I buy it back here, if it does do this and back test that breakout, I'm going to ride it to exhaustion. So this would be the bad one. This would be one where it could cost us some money. Again, just like before, it always can cost you money. I would ride this until this invalidated. Ooh. Yeah, it would be interesting. It would be interesting. But yeah, that's the next option for a back test. Or if we break the 67 or over that 65 cents and then we push up. Now, with Bitcoin, the reason why I'm so optimistic here is because we front ran this entire target. And it's taken forever. I probably look like a jabroni most of the time telling people, hey, this is what's going to happen. And then it's consolidated forever. But the Megaphone pattern, the cup and handle and the Megaphone's a very bullish continuation pattern. And not many can identify a megaphone because it's disguised. Normally, you'll get higher highs and lower lows in succession, or you'll continue to get higher lows as it comes up. Well, this time I said it was a unique disguise. They had the lower lows and higher highs simultaneously, which could have thrown some off, which I know in my audience it was. And I said, you got to kind of look against that. And I said, I believe it's a megaphone, and I believe this is breaking up in a bullish fashion. And I just want to make sure, because somehow, because it's like this, those bottom ones, when it came through, that was the setup. So
Somebody said they got a 62-cent retest.
Oh, I could, well, 62 cents. They're saying 62 cents, Julie.
Yeah, Hugo.
Because they're looking at it to go up to that 65 and then come back down and retest. I don't know, folks. I could see this morning everybody waking up being optimistic and the market just come down and retest these breakouts. I could. But at the same time, I can see us going to 65 because we have a bull flag. Or 66. I'm just so happy seeing it. IOTA up 10%. IOTX up 8.27. HBAR up another 7.8. Every single one that I put down. XLM is up 9%. ZIL's up 7.8%. So everything that we talked about, and you can't buy everything. It's impossible to buy everything. But now let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to tell us a lot. So we had 3 targets. And remember, Bitcoin hates to not backtest. It hates it. Absolutely hates it. So I'd be shocked if it's not getting close to a retest right now, but it hates not retesting. So what I mean by that is we broke up initially out of the megaphone, broke 67,735. And for anybody new, those 3 orange lines are not just random lines up in the stratosphere. The first target was all-time highs. We had to hit all-time highs at 73,697. Then once we hit it, we were at our understanding we were going to backtest 67,735, and then our next target would have been 78,356. Well, we hit 73,697. We backtested 67,735. We initially broke out of 73,697, held it, and then pushed up last night over 78,356 in the early morning. Hit 80,000. That is the short part of the megaphone. So the way this works is I have technicals based on what the chart tells me and nobody else. I don't care what the news says. I don't care what politicians say. I don't care what my audience says. I don't even care what I say. I only care about what the charts say. And Julie knows I'm very emotional, so I have to pay attention to the charts or I screw it up. So right here was the short part. This measurement brought us to 78,356. The longer width brings us to 86,960, and that would have to happen after a hold at 78,356 area. The maximum potential here, and some keep thinking I'm crazy, and I'm not bullshitting you just because I keep saying, oh, it's going to hit 80K. It's going to hit 100. So if this cup and handle plays out, the maximum exposure here is 106. I'm not joking, and I didn't even put it to the top. If you want me to do this officially, because I refused to do it until we started breaking out, the official measurement should be from right there. So Bitcoin technically, because you measure the depth of the cup, and then if the handle breaks out, you measure all-time highs on the handle, so the swing high of the handle, once it breaks, or the cup, once you break out of the cup, the top resistance, you measure the depth of the cup, and that gives you your ultimate technical target, assuming the handle plays out bullishly. That's 121,000 for Bitcoin. Now, if you look at it with the same aspect of XRP in the short term, and am I surprised we're consolidating? No, because what did I say? People are going to wake up this morning, they're going to have a literal hard-on for the market. And now it's going to slowly fade. Almost to like John Bobbitt status, how his wife cut Mr. Binky off. He lost his testicular fortitude. Some people will lose their testicular fortitude in the market right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat and act like it's not going to consolidate, because it will. Okay? I'm not going to act like we don't have massive liquidity zones on Bitcoin still that were not touched. So for XRP, 95 cents is the target out of this if we hold the back test, and we'll talk about that more as we go. And on the cup and handle, the actual target here, in totality, if this cup and handle breaks out, it's gone nowhere near Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin, you want to ask how far ahead Bitcoin is of XRP right now? XRP is at 60 cents. Bitcoin right now, just on XRP's own chart, is 50% ahead of XRP right now. We are 50% behind Bitcoin's move right now. if you assume that our cup and handle is going to break out bullish just like Bitcoin. And then the ultimate target here is $1.37 off the cup and handle. Imagine if we get to $1.37, we've practically already, just from our 34 cents, if it gets there, I mean, you're talking about, let's see, 1x, 2x, 3x, let's see, 34 to 34 is 68. Then you would go 68 to 102, 102 to 130. Oh, man. You're talking about if you put $3,000 in, if it makes this initial move, I mean, you're looking at over 12 grand. You know that? Like, my investment would be over 14 just on the small end of it, on just XRP. So you got to have the long game here, folks. Nobody ever won by looking short, by looking at the short game. What did I say yesterday? All these people shorting XRP in my audience, everybody's shorting Bitcoin. I said, you never short it until it hits the targets. And look at XRP. I am going to be the happiest person in the world understanding what's going on here. I'm going to be the happiest person in the world understanding what's going on. And I hope all of you are as well. It's been a spectacular start to the day. It's just spectacular. I did not think there was going to be 203 people watching this morning. Did you, Julie? Because Julie's like, there might not be a lot of people on Sunday morning. Like, they might not all be up. Not that there won't be a lot. And I said, that's fine. It'll be easier with less of an audience. But as YouTube has shadow banned me during this live, I can't even see the comments unless I look at the phone. Which is a shame. But let's see. Julian said 59 cents is coming. Would wait for a pullback. Absolutely. No. If you're trying to jump back in, try jumping back to the Japanese candles. Did I switch it from the Japanese candlesticks? I never do, unless they switched and I just haven't paid attention. Maybe I haven't. Could be. Maybe I've been paying attention for a while. And now they switched all their stuff, so it's so much different to have to edit your stuff here now. Nah, hold on. I'm gonna keep it how I have it, but because I like the Heikinashi. So when I see things, I like to look at it a certain way as well. But I'll mess with it after. I don't want to mess with it during the live because I don't want to switch anything. But yeah, I mean, it looks like what we were suspecting to start the morning. Everybody's super excited, and now the first area is backtesting. The first area is backtesting. Oh, I don't disagree that Trump won't fix a lot of things, but I just look at this from a positivity standpoint. I'm going to let things play out like they need to, and we're going to just stay ahead. We're just going to stay ahead. Ghost, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Your first donation during the lives, the YouTube Super Chat, your first one. It's amazing. My cat's name is Ghost as well, so it's almost as if Ghost is sending me a good job, Tom. But I appreciate that so much, my friend. I think that's the 4th donation during this live. That's incredible. Is there one person out of 212 people that would make me the happiest person in the world today and join Tom's army? If you are on the fence, I am making a plea to you. Join Tom's army. Well, why not? There's simply no better place to be. And what do you get out of it? You get some members-only videos when I make positions or some things with the leverage or whatever the case may be. Which somebody must have not liked my members-only video yesterday because it got taken down by YouTube. I actually got a warning. I don't know what I did because I only talked about the copy trade, but somebody who probably wasn't part of the copy trade got mad in my audience and probably got the video taken. That's okay. It's okay. You guys got the information that you needed. But I thought it was amazing this morning. It was not even to the general public. So we got a rat within Tom's army section. So it'll be that person will be exposed eventually. But we do have a rat. Rats are everywhere, even if they're good. You know, rats are good in nature. They just tell you they're not. Oh, it's okay. I'm used to videos like that. I didn't get a strike, so don't worry. There was no strike. The video was just taken down for, I don't know, it said something. I don't know what it was talking about. But it said this is not a strike. It just said my video was taken down for, I don't know what the excuse was. But I know there was no strike, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, crazy poll, I know. And I was very happy about that update. Remember the excitement in my voice about the copy trading and how we were doing good? And just everybody who wanted. But anyhow, that video got taken down, so I'm not going to re-upload it. There's no point. We're in real time right now, so I can just tell everybody what's going on. But with this expanding pattern, look at this. I'm telling you right now, if XRP can hold this and you missed out, and this is dangerous to cut in from here, but with this consolidation that we made, we have a little bit of a broadening pattern. The fact we broke out of this formation, if it were to hold, and I wouldn't take it from there, I probably would wait. But if it were to hold, you could certainly see a target up to that 64.4 cent area. But I'm not phased, folks. I like seeing people like that. It means the emotion is there. If somebody's not disappointed from missing out, we're not going to have the people who are happy about making it. Sometimes the biggest lesson you can get is you've been hearing the information over and over. You know what the biggest telltale sign for me is for most? They won't watch me because of other influencers. They say they always get lied to, so why should they watch me? I'm obviously making it up. I think my evidence dictates that I'm not the same as other YouTubers. Because my life depends on this. It 100% depends on me making the right decision. Me doing what I did last week, between this weekend and over the week last week, and making over $1,600, $1,700 in just trading, being able to take off $1,700 and have it all replaced. I started last week with $3,800 in my crypto account. Then it started surging up to over 5,400. Or no, just under that. When I sold out, or no, it was, yeah, because I sold down to 3,700 in my portfolio. Now I'm back this morning and it's up almost to 4,300 again. And yes, all my leverage is closed right now. Every single IOTX leverage, IOTA leverage, and not because I don't think it's going to go farther up, but when I wake up and every single one of my trades up another 70 to 80%, and I can see that there's going to have to be an exhaustion phase, I'm very transparent. There is nothing opened right now in leverage. All my positions right now are spot until I get this next. And for me, where would the next spot be? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. If you thought the liquidity zones right now were bad for long traders, wait till you see the liquidity that's piled up now in Bitcoin underneath, because there will be an eventual retest. I mean, you want to talk about maximum potential here now? These are still sitting here at 64.5, but now you've created a whole nother layer that we talk about, because that's a bull flag until it's not, but we're going to have some kind of correction. There's 485 million at 73.5K, 523 million at 73.1K, 508 million. So you got a several billion dollars just coming from here, probably 4 to 5 billion. And then over the top, there's not much. So as far as the liquidations over the top, now it's just the newly created short traders that would be liquidated. That would be liquidated out. So that's what we're looking at from a standpoint of where is it at on the on the Bitcoin heat map. And I would like to look at this on the, let me refresh this. I'd like to look at this on the shorter 12-hour chart as well. Then I'd like to see where the long short liquidations are for XRP, because the shorts got obliterated. And if you are a short trader, I hope you heeded my warning. My heart hopes that you did. Right now, I would say we got to come back down. If we're going to retest some of these areas, there's a pile of liquidations here at 78K. Just above us right now at 80,500. What is this? Yeah, see, it's pretty much shifted now. You've got a lot underneath too as well. It's pretty similar. Got a hot pocket right here. You got some hot pockets down below. With XRP, we've got, and I want to see how this is shifted here. Oh yeah, it's starting to shift more in the favor. Not much, but I'm telling you right now, there's going to be an interesting phase that comes. So we're going to continue to talk about the liquidations or what I think is going to happen in the market. We've talked about the potential if there's back tests that can happen. We'll go back into that while I'm still here. We're not done yet. We've been here for 44 minutes, but we are not done yet. And I don't know when we're going to be done. So sit back, relax, have a cup of coffee, even though I don't drink coffee. I'm very into the herbal remedies, and I wish I could share on YouTube, but I almost got banned. So there's a chance that I'm going to be sharing all of my outside of pharmaceuticals, because I don't believe in it. So anyhow, I'm not going to get on that track. So open interest is up 7.71% to 653.8 million. It's beautiful. Bybit's leading the way with 316 million. Binance at 258 million. Unbelievable. Funding rates are probably positive. All across the board. You don't really want to see negative funding rates. positive funding rates are better, in my opinion, for traders. Yes, dandelion root is part of my thing as well. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. So all 4.4 million in liquidations have occurred. Listen to this. 1.7 million in 24 hours are long liquidations. 2.7 million are short liquidations. We're starting to reverse a little bit from the short to the longs again. Remember when we were having mostly long liquidations and the short started reversing? First sign that we might be shifting fate here. First sign we might be shifting fate. If we were to fall below 60 and get a rejection there, second sign that we're starting to correct here. The long to short ratio, 2.29 to 1, all the way from the 5, 30, and 1 hourly, 69.6% going long, 30.4% going short. Right now, the long traders are in trouble. You want to front run leverage, and that's why I did, and that's why you did if you copied, yada, yada. And then you sit back and you let your spot position after you get a eruption, because it's so difficult. 2.37 to 1 are going long to short. So those 70.36% are in serious jeopardy this morning. I'm just saying. Serious jeopardy. Because they could have had a long taken out anywhere from 54.9 area in that or 54.2 in that consolidation zone, all the way up now to almost 62 cents you could have longs out from. I got a bad feeling about what's going to happen to some of these morning traders. And on the daily, we're 70.99% long to 29.01% short. That's a 2.45 to 1 long to short ratio. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, it's probably jumped out the ceiling. Let's see. Wow. It's at 78 in extreme greed. Like I said, you needed that extreme greed to push it over the top, but now you're looking to buy an extreme fear. So someone's going to get slapped. Someone's going to get slapped. It's not going to be us, but someone's going to get slapped here. What I say when I first started the live, first retest is coming right here. I've even said if it's going to hold, that's your first area to take a shot. Your first area to take a shot is right here, but the problem is if it doesn't hold this, that's a 4% drop. So anybody on leverage, a 10x just dropped 40%. And I try to tell everybody what's happening in real time. And then if it's going to break out, we've already got that measured as well to 64.46. So this is your initial retracement. Bitcoin, initial retracement. I said right when I started, don't get too optimistic here until we backtest 78,356. I said it. If I'm lying, I'm dying, but I'm not. I'm as sure as I'm standing in this spot. And now you'll get some people leave because we're getting the consolidation. Again, this is the most important time to watch this. Because if we hold this, we're off to the races again. If we don't, well, we start to look at, we might have to look at the next area. Do you think we continue or crash? I don't want to say we crash just yet. We have a beautiful consolidation zone here that'll tell us if this is going to continue in the short time. And it's really simplistic. We either hold this 59.50 area, bounce up to 64.46, or we're back within this pattern. And unfortunately, we've only had 2 hits on resistance. So this could have been a surge out and now back out. Now, we do have an inverted hammer candle right now, which is good. We haven't broke this structure, which is great. But now if we look past this, now, Tom, what if we break this, right? And I hope while I'm talking, it just goes up. For transparency, I have a position and a spot trade right now. I hope it goes up. You know, but I don't base my stuff on hopium. So, remember, we have that cup and handle. So, if we don't hold 55, to me, logic dictates 56 cents. Where I said on the start of my live this morning, after having such a consolidation, remember what I drew out? Something like that. If we get something like that, that's the most bullish consolidation right now. If we swing back around, hit that cup and handle support before we go any higher, most bullish consolidation right there. That W would be full. In fact, you would create that inverse arm now. Because what I'm looking for in totality, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to tell you, and if you disagree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. But we're in a spot position now, so whether it goes up from here, down, and consolidate, I don't care. If it consolidates down, I'll just look at another leverage position to try to double up over the top. I'm looking for something like that. Now, could it come here first? Yes, but it would make it a little more painful. I'm trying for the least painful route here to liquidate our community. So, right now, all you have to do is pay attention. Are we going to hold this first area? I put this out here before the retest even started happening. It was still at, when I put this out, it was over 61 cents, remember? Closer to 62, and I said 59.55 is our first area. I even drew it out to show you a little bit of a broadening formation that was forming. If you hold that, it's very bullish. But just remember, we're on Sunday now. What generally happens on the weekend? If we pump out, we generally will consolidate on Sundays. Now, it's not the same structure right now. Actually, 59.30 could be as well. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have to consolidate. I'm saying, though, be optimistic, but also be cautious. IOTA, it's come down about 3.5% since we started. IOTX is down about 3.5%. So, since we started. Bitcoin's down about 1,000 points since we started. XRP's down about 3.5% since we started. XLM's down about 1.5% since we started. DGB down a couple percent. ZIL's down a few percent. VeChain's down a couple percent. These are all consolidations right now. All consolidations. I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. I'm seeing a lot of consolidating. GOAT's up 12%. Telecoin was up 7. Doge is up 9. Julie's loving it. As you know, we've been holding Doge since 5.2 cents after it sold out on Saturday Night Live and hit that corrective phase. I bought it at the same time I bought XRP at 34 cents. So guys and gals, if you're new to my audience, what do you think about in real time what I just told you about this consolidation? Did I lie to you? Did I show you hopium or did I show you honesty? I tend to bring honesty with me so that we can be on the same page. I don't much like lying, and I don't like, so. But yeah, even if this caves, I just had a phenomenal week. It's been a phenomenal week. We did not get any new members of Tom's Army during this live so far, but that is okay. We've had great support here. We've had 4 donations. I was just hoping to see us grow the team here today, but that's okay. Hamza says, best show, been off internet, but stopped in today. I appreciate that, Hamza. I don't think it was a bad thing to get away from everything. I really don't. There's been so much propagandist nonsense here. If you were watching, you would have thought crypto was going to zero the last couple months, but it was not the case. It was not the case. Jorge says, Tom's Army is a true community with great people. Trust me, took me a while to join. Yeah, Jorge, but the cool thing is you stayed around for over a year, and you supported me with likes, comments, share. You just supported me. Going and taking the extra mile of joining Tom's Army was the caveat and the topping on the cake for me. But the rest of it was, was true support from you. So I don't feel my true support from my audience from a monetization standpoint. Like I've been transparent with my audience. I don't need YouTube to make a living. I've done very well trading, and I think some of you now realize what I'm talking about. To go through a week like this and make 17. To go through precious metals the last month and a half and the last 3.5 months, we made over 13,000 on our precious metals. So I don't do it the traditional way of most, but I have a really good understanding of technical analysis. This right now is a reversal candle if it holds up. If this 45-minute doesn't pull back here, this is the first sign of a possible reversal, but it overextended to the downside. So this could be some great bravado here. But we'll see. We need this to not break this 59.50. Oh, let me put this over here because that's what we had, 59.52. Remember when we measured this earlier? The 59.50. Look where it came down to. So that would be your first chance hold. Now remember, they do use this as a way to trick people because they look for their first level of consolidation, and sometimes it just rips right through after. So that's why I said it's if it holds. And for me, there's no guarantee because we have to retest the cup and handle. So that's what's bothering me. We have to retest this cup and handle finally after a very long consolidation. And in real time, this would be somewhere around 55.93. Remember I said I wasn't looking to retest and go long on a leverage at 59.50. I'm looking at 55.90 or 56 cent on this back test. I'm not looking at the short back test. It has to do something convenient for me to say, okay, we've consolidated, we've liquidated some. But I want to just see this fly out. If I'm being transparent, I want this to just be a short-term consolidation. And my next move, I would like to see 67 back to 65, hold the rising channel and move out. I'm still cautiously optimistic only because we have the cup and handle breakout that still hasn't been back tested. And we know how crypto works. It really likes to back test. But right now we've jumped from 59.5 up to 60.1. But we'll see if this is meant for a further continuation up or if we'll consolidate more today. It's going to really depend on Bitcoin because Bitcoin hasn't backed. And this is the other thing. We have back tested every single time unilaterally as we went up by layer. Up to resistance, back to support. Up over resistance, retouch that targeted move. Back up. Now, when do we retest the targeted move at 78,003? It usually works universally. So that's why now I get to sit here and say, woo, all the pressure's off. And it's all spot now, baby. Until we get our next out. And I can sit here with no stress. Do you know how great it is to sit here on a Sunday morning with no stress? And see everything play out for my beautiful audience? We've already had a rate cut. The U.S. already had a rate cut on Thursday. So we had a we had a quarter basis point rate cut on Thursday. And that was another catalyst to not just this market. Precious metals next week, pay attention to B2 gold at 295. Because if we do get that carry out, and let's just say this is the reversal, I had a target of 282. Whether it comes to 282 or not, we'll see. But just pay attention to precious metals. When gold comes on online today, just pay attention. Just pay attention. Man, I really want to see XRP just hold this and fly. But my gut says, Tom, you know how this usually works. But we could come to 65, 67 and then back test. Maybe a little bit higher to 70. XDC's up 2.25%. But it doesn't even tell the story. XDC's had a phenomenal move already. Just phenomenal. It's come from 263. It's already up 13.7%. These are phenomenal moves that we could just have. And these are one-day moves. So, it makes us all happy. XRP Healthcare, if you are not on board, you've had a chance with us to buy from 1.7 again. Or what was it? 2.1 and back up. I started buying at 1.7 and then it had the big run up. I was staking it. Now you can't stake anymore on the XRP Healthcare app because the staking is over. There was only a certain amount of tokens, and once they were gone, and they're gone. Oh shoot. Hold on. I need to get that out of the way because I need to do this. This is very important that I don't mess this up on XRP Healthcare. This is very important that I don't mess this up. Here's what we're looking for, friends. An XRP Healthcare. We already hit the initial run up. So we talked about that first move up. Well, we're going to switch this, though. We talked about the first move up. But now we can look at it from a real standpoint. We won't go from all the way up there. We need to go where both sides of this pattern hit. This should be up. That's the consolidation zone. But if we're being honest with ourselves, it should be like this. That is how it should be. So for me, if I'm taking a true measurement here, we've got the width up here. We got it all the way down to the bottom here with the true connection. And if XRP Healthcare, because it's peaking out right now, folks. Oh, it's peaking out. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. 3.3 cents if it can hold and actually break out here in the short term. It's got much higher ambitions, folks. You have no idea how high this is going to go in time. This is going to outpace XRP like you can't even imagine. And some people say you're the XRP future millionaire. XRP's ecosystem, XRP Healthcare. Look it up. Pay attention. Get on board. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. There's just so much stuff, like, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe all this stuff that's playing out. XRP Healthcare is basically, so you can go on the XRP Healthcare wallet. It's the XRPH wallet. I've talked so in depth about this in the past this year, but I'll do my best here to fill you in. So XRP Healthcare, their goal is to have XRPH, the token, accepted in every pharmacy across the world and healthcare facility. They also have the XRPH wallet, which I don't have medical coverage because I'm self-employed, and the great United States doesn't appreciate the self-employed. And then I make too much, but not too much to qualify for healthcare, but not enough to pay for the extraordinary fees because I broke my back and they still kill you, even though you're not supposed to have preconditioned, all the, anyhow. So, XRP Healthcare, I have a prescription card, which I never use, but I get 85% off prescriptions because of having that. You can do it just by signing up to XRP Healthcare and their wallet. And it's starting to go through some of the phases here, but they're trying to incorporate XRP Healthcare as a payment platform for all pharmacies across the USA and worldwide, and all hospitals. But then also the XRPH token, they're trying to make it a currency for when you're at the medical doctor. So they're trying to turn this into a currency. They do not appreciate the self-employed at all. No. But the good news is I stay away from all the drugs that they try to prescribe you. I'm a very healthy person. A lot in my family are experiencing health problems that are younger than me. My brothers and sisters are both younger than me and they experience problems, but they don't do things the way I do. I don't smoke cigarettes. I barely ever drink alcohol. I don't like to eat a very exorbitant diet. I love to live off of chicken, basically, and yogurt, chicken, apples, like oats. And a lot of people say oats are bad for you. I personally disagree. I think oats help fill you up if you don't eat them into exorbitancy, and they give you a lot of energy, a lot of fiber. So I do things in a different way. I've gotten myself in a lot better shape than when I first started even on here. I hadn't been to the gym in years. And now since November, or 2 years before Halloween in 2022, I started back weightlifting and working out. I've trimmed up. I feel better than I ever have. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'll be 41 in December. And I just wish you guys could see the muscles. Oh yeah, we're getting there, baby. But I like to stay humble. So, we'll see what happens next year. But I've been in a very good sense. And I'm a very nice self-motivator. As you can see, I have not cut my hair, folks. You see this long... Here, you guys want to see how long my hair is now? Everybody thinks I cut it. In fact, look how long it is. I have not cut it. I said I would not cut my hair until XRP hit at least $1 or preferably all-time highs, and I'm not going to do it. I haven't cut my hair since last July. So, XRP Healthcare is hard to get. You can go to Bank. You can go on Zoom and get it through the XRPH wallet. I mean the Zoom wallet on the ledger. But I would encourage probably Bank. They'll let you trade even in the USA. You just have to sign up. You don't even need a VPN. But if you want to sign up and do all the KYC shit, which I don't. So basically, I have an on and off ramp. Right now, I just have my XRP Healthcare on the actual wallet until I'm ready for further production. But it looks like we have set up a small bull flag here. Whether it plays out or not is another thing, but that looks like a bull flag. Looks like a little bull flag here. Bitmart. Jorge, do they allow USA users? Because when I tried on Bitmart, let me go to Bitmart real quick. Because I've heard a lot of good things about Bitmart. It's just every time I try to use them for some reason, it tells me they're not available in the USA. And I really like it. It's a lot like BITUNIX when you look at the setup. So, get started. Maxi has XRPH. Yeah, but they don't allow USA users. That's where I initially bought it. I loved Maxi, but they got rid of USA users. I taught myself how to do technical analysis if you want the honest to God truth. A lot of trial and error. I tried asking a lot of people that were much smarter than me, but they always wanted me to join some stupid program when I didn't have a lot of money. So to be able to join a program like that when you have no money, that's not a... That doesn't jive with me. So I told myself if I ever got to a level that I could do this in a proper way, what the hell? That I would teach my audience for free. And I kept true. I'm very honorable and I like to help people. So create a new Bitmark account. Okay, I got to pause this for a sec. I just want to see if this works for my audience. Okay, so you should be able to see me now. Select the order. Football. No. Let's see if it works where I live. Yeah, see, Bitmart service is not available for the selected area due to potential or actual regulatory restrictions concerns. We appreciate your kind support to Bitmart. So that's the only reason I haven't authorized Bitmart to my audience in the USA, because it doesn't work. If you can find me one in the USA besides Lbank that'll let you use it. I do look like the lead singer of a metal band. That's absolutely cool. I love it. But yeah, I'm very dedicated to my craft. I love what I do. I love this so much. I think you all can see it. I just love doing it. And I love the audience. Like, I could do this on my own, but I love the audience. So XRP Healthcare is potentially breaking out. We're still stuck in the same zone right now. That's fine. That's fine. We're consolidating above this level, which is great news. This is great news. Little bit of a bearish setup here right now in this 45. So we've got to reverse course here. We've got to reverse this. This came down. Now, if we could reverse this and break this 61.46, it's not done yet. We could still come up to 64.46, so it might not be done yet in this first short burst. It's just, it really is starting to look like it wants to come to that 55.93 and retest that cup and handle. So, but ladies and gentlemen, I got to go do some morning stuff here with the family. Don't forget to give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If you've been here this morning, thank you so much for tuning in. If there's anything else you have questions about, I would love to hear it real quickly. We've been here for an hour and 6 minutes already this morning. It's amazing. It's amazing. But I always say I'm not going to be live on the weekend. What did I do? Live Saturday night right before the outbreak. Live Sunday morning to help everybody with the consolidation. I'm very dedicated, but there's a reason for it. I believe the consistency breeds the response. And if you stay consistent, you'll stay out in front of the movements. It's just that simple. If you want to join me on BITUNIX, go in the video description below and or pinned comments, or just simply go to my homepage, ladies and gentlemen. Go to my homepage. Hey, we went over 27,700 subscribers today. That means we picked up over 30 subscribers today already. Holy shit. Oh, excuse me. Holy crap. That makes me really happy. We're only 2,300 subscribers away from 30,000. Can you believe that here? That's unbelievable. So BITUNIX, join me on the exchange. Lowest spot and leverage trading fees I've found in the USA. It's not even close. Not even close. Worldwide, it's accepted. You can buy everything I do. Copy trade me worldwide. If you want to leverage trade, that's one thing, but for spot positioning, it's beautiful. No KYC or VPN either, so you're not going to be hindered. HOTCOIN as well for spot, things like VELO and others. Leverage, if you're going to leverage, why do it on HOTCOIN if BITUNIX is so much cheaper? That's my question. So you'll have to ask yourself that question. They have a lot more on spot that you might not get on BITUNIX through different ecosystems, vice versa, so pay attention to that. If you want to send a YouTube super chat, you can, or join Tom's Army, which we had no members today, but we had 4 YouTube super chats. 1 person sent through Cash App, so I'm eternally blessed. Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal if you don't want to use YouTube to send a donation. And I encourage you to join the channel, share this on social media, and be part of the team, because remember what we said this morning, this might not be over just yet. Might not be over just yet, but I got to catch my breath. I want to go relax with Julie and make sure the kids are doing good. So have a blessed morning, and we're going to get back here soon. We'll be back soon for an update. Just remember, if we can hold this short-term consolidation, we're off to the races again this morning, up to about 64.46. If we can't hold this consolidation, we'll come back down and retest the cup and handle breakout at about 56, or we're pushing up to this rising channel resistance. It's one or the other. Either way, we're eventually likely going to come up there. Could be an opportunity for leverage traders down at 56 if it comes down there. The risky opportunity is right now for leverage traders when it came down to 59.5. And now it's obviously come back up to 60.3. So we're going to have to watch this all day. And hopefully by the end of the night and tomorrow, we're going to say, holy smokes. But either way, I'll be back here and I'll be very diligent. Stay blessed, everybody. And thank you for spending the first hour and 10 minutes of my morning with me. I really